Are you wondering how to generate some additional income this year? Who wouldn't, right? Well, that's why I put together this list of income-generating assets for beginners. Now, even if you're not a beginner, I think there's something that you'll probably want to pick up. Income generation, or creating an additional source of income, is important today. I mean, between bills, loans, and pretty much the cost of everything going up, we all need to find ways to make more money. And the best way to do this is through income-generating assets. And even if you're not a beginner, this video is probably for you. Alright, so let's go ahead and jump right on in. When most people think about income-generating assets, stocks are usually not the first thing that comes to mind. However, dividend stocks can be a great way to generate some additional income each and every month. Dividend stocks are companies that regularly pay out a portion of their profits to shareholders. It can be an excellent way for investors to increase their passive income without too much work. Now, if you're a beginner looking to research income-generating stocks, I invite you to check out SureDividend. SureDividend helps investors find high-quality income securities for their retirement and financial freedom portfolios. And the SureDividend newsletter analyzes their top 10 high-quality growth stocks each and every month. In fact, I use SureDividend to research the stocks that I use for this channel. So if you'd like more information, feel free to check the link in the description below. And by the way, stay tuned because I'll be giving you a coupon code worth a $41 discount off the newsletter. Now, there's several blue chip dividend stocks that investors can choose. For example, some of the most widely known include Procter & Gamble and Johnson & Johnson. But you can also look at other things like real estate investment trusts or commodity stocks as well. By the way, do you want to know more about the fastest way to live off dividends? Check out this video. Okay, so real estate crowdfunding is a relatively new way to invest in real estate. It involves pooling money from a group of people to invest in an asset such as a rental property. Investors can participate in real estate crowdfunding online through a website or an app. Real estate crowdfunding can be an excellent way for investors to start generating income in real estate without coming up with a large amount of money on their own. You can even diversify your assets or your investments across multiple properties while supplementing your existing income. Now, there's a few things to keep in mind when investing in real estate through crowdfunding. One, make sure that you do your research and pick a reputable company. Two, always read the fine print before investing, and be aware of the risks involved in this type of investment. Certificates of deposit, or CDs, or GICs in Canada, are a type of savings account. These haven't been popular in the past few years because interest rates have been exceptionally low. But now that they're going up, it could be an option. CDs offer a fixed interest rate for a set amount of time, and they're one among the lowest risk investments that you can buy to generate income, and they're ideal for those who are looking for a safe place to park their money. Also, CDs offer a higher interest rate, usually, than a regular savings account, and there's no need to have a lot of money to get started. When investing in a CD, you should definitely consider the following before getting it started. The length of time until maturity, the longer the term, the higher the interest rate, usually. Then you want to check the interest rate. This is important to compare because it's going to affect how much money you're going to earn on your investment. Different banks provide different interest rates. And of course, the early withdrawal penalty. This is the fee if you withdraw your money before the CD matures. So it's essential to understand this fee before investing. Renting out your property is a popular way for beginners to generate income by investing in real estate. There's many different ways to rent out a property, and each has its benefits and drawbacks. One of the most popular methods of renting out property is on a platform like Airbnb. Airbnb allows people to list their properties and rent them out to guests. The benefit of Airbnb is that it's a hassle-free way to rent out your property. You don't have to worry about finding tenants, and Airbnb pays you directly. Another popular way of renting out property is through a traditional rental agreement. It involves signing a lease with a tenant and collecting the rent each and every month. Okay, so selling covered calls is another way to generate income from your investments. When you sell a covered call, you give someone the right to buy your stock at a specific price within a certain time frame. In exchange for this, you receive a premium, and that's income that you get to keep. Here's how it works. Suppose you own 100 shares of IBM stock, currently trading at $100 a share. Well, you could sell a call option with a $105 strike price, and this would give the buyer the right to buy your shares from you at $105 a share, no matter what the stock price does. In exchange, the buyer of the call option pays you money for the contract. Selling covered calls is a popular trading strategy among retirees who want to use stocks they already own as income-generating assets. And if you want to know more about selling covered calls to generate income, check out this video. Selling digital products is another great way to generate income. If you have a skill or knowledge that others are willing to pay for, well, you can create an online asset, such as a course, ebook, or PDF, and sell it. Now, selling digital products can be an amazing way to earn passive income because once you create the product, you can sell it over and over, even when you sleep. Keep in mind, this approach requires a lot of work to begin with, but once the products get created, you can sell them repeatedly. Businesses can be one of the best income-generating assets that somebody can invest in, and everyone has to start at the beginning. Having an online business can be a great way to make passive income, but it's also a fantastic opportunity to work from home and set your own hours. The best type of person to start an online business is someone who's motivated, organized, and has a knack for sales and marketing. There's a ton of online business options available. For example, you could start blogging, buy and sell websites, do drop shipping, and so on. Anyone can start these businesses with little to no money, and they have the potential to become some solid income-generating assets. Okay, so if you're looking for an asset that has the potential to appreciate, art investing might be a good option for you. When you invest in art, you're buying pieces that have the potential to an increase in value over time. Not only does art have the potential to appreciate, but it can also provide you with a steady stream of income. For example, you can rent out your art collection to galleries to generate rental income. Not only is it a tangible asset that holds value, but the art market is constantly growing, making it a more stable investment than some other options. Of course, another option is to buy shares in an art fund, a collection of artwork managed by an expert who decides which pieces to add and sell. Or an investor can buy shares in an art trust, similar to an art fund, allowing for more direct ownership of the artwork. And by the way, here's a video of how you can invest in fine art with very little money. Alright, so here's one of my favorites. Start a side hustle. There's so many benefits to starting a side hustle. For one, it can provide you with extra income, and also a side hustle can help you develop new skills and knowledge. Also, a side hustle can give you a sense of satisfaction and accomplishment. If you're thinking about starting a side hustle, there's a few things that you should keep in mind. First, consider what you're good at and what you're passionate about. Also, think about how much time and effort that you're willing to put into the side hustle. And make sure that you have a plan for marketing and promoting the side hustle. Once you have your idea and plan in place, then you can start taking action. This includes things like building a website, creating a social media following, and of course promoting your side hustle. And if you'd like to know more about setting up a side hustle, check out this video. Alright, so next we have peer-to-peer lending. Peer-to-peer lending, or also known as P2P lending, is a form of debt financing that allows investors to loan money to businesses and consumers. The loan assets get funded by a group of investors rather than a single lender. This form of lending has become increasingly popular in recent years as it offers investors the opportunity to earn higher than average returns with lower than average risk. Peer-to-peer lending is best suited for beginner investors looking for a higher return than what they can get from a traditional savings account or bond. And the average return on investment or P2P loans can be around 8 to 10%, significantly higher than what you'd get from most savings accounts. Alright, so last but not least, start collecting royalties. Royalties are payments made to someone for the use of their intellectual property, such as a patent, a copyright, or even a trademark. It's an excellent option for creative people who have the skills to create intellectual property. Examples of things that can be copyrighted and generate royalties include things like music, books, articles, movies, and software, and so on. The great thing about royalties is that they can continue to generate income for years or even decades. For this reason, royalties are an excellent option for long-term investments. Beginners can get started collecting royalties by creating an income-generating asset that can be copyrighted and then sold. It could be a song, a book, an article, a movie, or a piece of software, or so on. And then start looking for ways to license it and generate royalties. Well, that's what I've got for you today. Are you planning to begin investing in income-generating assets? Let me know in the comments below. Let me know your plans and what you're thinking about this, because I love reading and responding to comments. In the meantime, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in another video. Bye.